Let me rock you to the break of day. Dance with me. Got time, but I don't mind.
I don't know what comes to mind when I hear about rock your body. I had to rock this poor teenage kid's body out of a chimney in Arizona because he tried to sneak in his house. He didn't have a key. Hello, don't try this at home. All those teenagers, I tell you, the poor kid, he's fine, though. Thank goodness he went into the chimney. When kids want to do something, they just get it done, or they try. Anyway, hi, everybody. Debbie Nigro. Welcome to another show where we bring you the elite to the street. You never know who's showing up on the air. Happy to introduce you to a very cool woman right now. One who's going to share some information that's going to be valuable for the holidays. She's a psychologist and author of The Millionaire Mystique, How Working Women Become Wealthy. And you can, too. I got all the self-made female millionaires together, and they're going to share tips. They have shared their tips, and now she's going to share them with you on how to thrive during the holiday season. Say hello to Dr. Jude Miller Burke. How you doing, Doc?
Hello, Debbie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And I'm in Arizona, too. That poor child. Luckily, he got out of the chimney fine.
Did you hear the story?
Yes, well, local news. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, I didn't even know that. And you see how I blended it in so you felt at home?
Very, very good. Yes, so the holidays can be an incredibly stressful time for people. And I had just done quite a bit of research on self-made millionaire women and how they integrated work and family, how they overcame obstacles. And so also talk to them a bit about how to apply these strategies to the holidays, because whether we like it or not, the holidays are here. You either love them or hate them, or maybe
I'm in
we
between.
all have some ambivalence.
I'm in between. I don't want to be a Grinch, because I really do love family, friends, and I love having fun. I just don't like the over-commercialization and the pressure that everybody feels to have it all together perfectly, spend money to make it happen. How do you feel about the holidays?
Well, I'm with you, Debbie. I feel ambivalent about them, and I've had such great relationships with my family for so many years. But for this year, we have a little stress going on, and so I think everybody has this idea of what a wonderful holiday they want to have, and so often it falls on the shoulders of mom, to be Santa Claus and make it all happen, or to make Hanukkah the best it can ever be, and that's a lot for one person to shoulder.
Before you go into the whole thing, you talked about interviewing all these self-made female millionaires. How many are there in existence, say in the U.S., self-made female millionaires? Are there many?
There are more and more. I have to say, I don't know that off the top of my head. All the statistics are in my book, The Millionaire Mystique, which came out in the U.S. October 14th and in the U.K. last week. But there are more and more, and women are getting promoted at a much faster rate and entering into the C-suites. We still have not caught up with men, but there has been a lot of progress made.
Yeah, and I think that the fact that, I'll tell you, the one thing that, my opinion, that keeps more women from becoming self-made millionaires is the fact that they are responsible mothers, are responsible daughters, are responsible sisters, and that's takes time out of getting that millionaire status. But the ones who made it through obviously are ones to listen to, because they are mostly mothers, and there are 10 tips for handling the holidays like a millionaire. So let's go through the list. Come on.
Okay, the first thing I would recommend that anyone does, man or woman, is to take a look at what is important to them for the holidays. What are their values? And really, focus on making a master plan, because so often we get locked into saying yes and doing so many social activities we're not interested in. But what is it your family values? What is it you value? And make a master plan. And along with that, then make a stop doing list.
Oh, I like that.
Actually write down things like, I'm really not going to my cousin Joe's celebration Christmas Eve because I haven't enjoyed it for 10 years. And it's time for me to start doing something new. And then also to realize there will be the stresses with the holidays, and if you are balancing work and family and you have several children, someone will get ill. So to allow time for those inevitable crises and stresses that come up. But then in a way, that's the perfect reason and perfect excuse to start saying no. So along with the stop doing list, what I found with the women I studied, over 50% of these women were comfortable arguing a point to closure, which is rare, very rare for how women are socialized. And another 60% were told they were argumentative by friends and family. So if you extrapolate from that, this is an assertive group. So part of what helps them manage the holidays better is that they're somewhat analytical. They have the ability to step back, analyze what's important to them, what is important for the family, create a master plan, almost as if it's a little holiday business plan, delegate, maybe hire a high school or a college intern to pick up gifts, wrap, drop off gifts, run other errands, but to be highly organized and to plan for the inevitable crises that will come up.
Wow. I really think that, and you got me doing a visual of these women. They're like no BS women, like, okay, we're not letting this take over my life. And I just think that's really hard for people who've always tried to do everything themselves. So I get what they're saying, and they're right. And I like the stop doing list, the things, that you just do because you think you're supposed to, and what everybody expects of you. And I think that overspending is one of the things that really is a problem for everybody, because you want to get the right thing. Did you buy enough? And it just keeps going on. And then, you don't even like how it's going anymore. What do they say about spending too much money there?
Well, again, I just want to back up a little bit to say no, too, that there are so many of us that aren't good at saying no and are not naturally assertive and are very much caretakers. And we have those memories of, our mom and dad doing these fabulous holidays, and we want to give that to our family. But I would encourage people to say no twice a day. Say no with humor.
Okay, I like it.
Gently but firmly.
I like it. The other thing they do that they need to, everybody needs to pay attention, make self-care non-negotiable. I think what happens is you think you're supposed to be this, selfless person all through the holidays to make it all happen. So step back. It's okay to take care of yourself and just be a little politely selfish.
Very true, very true. And so to take care of yourself and not be one of the people at the end of the holiday season that says, I gained 5 pounds, I feel terrible, I haven't been to the gym in a month, but to really make that self-care positive and not let it go. Put it on the calendar first. And that, if mom's happy, everybody's a lot happier. And then in terms of financial management, take those receipts. I'm sure everybody buys gifts on the fly. Take those receipts and put them in an envelope and then review them each evening and have an idea in mind how much you want to spend for decorations, how much you want to spend for evenings out, how much you want to spend for the holiday gathering, maybe gifts for employees, and really try to stick to that budget as much as possible.
One of the other things that's a great one. This was very loud to me. Stop using your schedule to prove your love to everyone of being at everything. So if you're maxed out because all your schedules, your kids and work, don't offer to host the holiday coffee. Don't offer to bake everything by hand and drop off that's where it goes haywire.
Yes.
Right?
It does, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
you just can't. If you can't, you can't. Nobody's going to have a picture of you on the school bulletin board with a thing through your face stay away from this mother, right?
Right, and I'm sure we've all met people who can say pretty much anything, and a lot of these women are that way. They're analytical and they're business women, but at the same time they're very, very gracious. So when they say no, you hardly hear them say no because they're so kind of gracious in the process.
Got it. And then everybody... Stop playing Santa was a loud one, and let's just go back to that. You want to be the best for everybody. You could lose your mind. Be aware of others' expectations, home, work, in the community. Make an active decision to say yes or no. But there are people that you do want to honor and remember who've been good to you all year long. So what is their comment to that?
Of course, there are many people to do that with. And you might want to just choose one special candle that you get in different colors to give people, or a special pen. It doesn't have to be the absolute best, most unique gift for every single individual. And so to try to coordinate it and organize it in a different fashion, and then check things off as you go.
Okay, very cool. So this book, how's it doing, The Millionaire Mystique, How Working Women Become Wealthy and You Can Too? Did you become wealthy from listening to these girls?
Actually, I came from the School of Hard Knocks, like many of the people that I interviewed. There was a lot of childhood adversity. Worked my way up in corporate America for 30 years, and now I do executive coaching and speaking engagements. And yes, I have persevered and overcome many detours, many obstacles, and other hardships, like the women in the book.
And this is great. What do you speak about when you're out there speaking, Dr. Jude Miller Burke? Do you use all those names?
I do, yes. Yes, I do. But you can just call me Jude. That's fine. I speak to people about how to become successful and what the women say about what their experience has been, what kind of career foundational experiences they need to have, the sexism they experience, how to overcome discrimination, also how to manage your money, because so many women don't know how to manage their money well. And very interesting, I interviewed a lot of top-level men to hear what they thought the women should do differently.
I'd love to hear
interesting.
Give me one or two of what the guys said the girls should do differently. I'd like to hear that.
Well, some of the men said that the women need to be more comfortable being themselves and not try to be someone other than they are, because we all know that our strength comes from knowing who we are and being authentic. And that's how you build really great relationships at home and at work. So being authentic. So they were basically saying, you know, it's okay if you're a nurturant person, bring that into the workplace. That's okay. Also, they recommended getting board experience, starting maybe with nonprofit boards of directors and then moving on to small corporations, because you need to get that, board of directors experience to really move up to and to gain the capital that you want for your future.
Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting.
So it's very much a how-to book. Every chapter, how to manage your finances, what kind of career experiences do you need, how do you overcome obstacles, how do you keep what you got from your family of origin that you liked but leave the rest behind.
Very cool. This is very helpful. It's on Amazon.com, The Millionaire Mystique, How Working Women Become Wealthy, and you can too. Dr. Jude Miller Burke, thank you for your time today. Very insightful.
Thank you, Debbie. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you too.